Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. Some more Harlequin fun this week. So there's a nice Harlequin Death Jester badge. Cool. Anyway, so this is what we've got this week. We've got the Codex and we've got the Warriors of the Laughing God painting guide, the data cards and the dice. So I'll show them in a second. If you want to see the new Harlequin Star Weaver, there it is briefly. You can see that unboxed in another video we're doing today, which will go up today, later on today. But this one's coming up first with the Codex and everything. So if you've seen this first, you probably haven't missed it yet, but there we go. So we'll start with the dice. So, dice tin. The dice tin. Should have done this. Right.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Hope the camera's picking that up. So you've got like pearlescent dice and the different colours.
Yeah.
One's blue, yellow, sort of a pinky red
that one's
colour.
blue, that one's yellow, that one's pinky. Cool. Wow, cool.
How did I do? How did I do? Holy crap, look at all those 5s and 6s.
Oh, wow.
Well, these are lucky dice. Although there's more of a sort of a slight throw than a roll. There you go, that's a pretty good roll. Yeah. These are lucky dice, I've decided.
Those are
I'm
nice.
going to be mostly using these dice from now.
Is the colours actually inside, or is it in the bubbles kind of thing? Because they're really unusual then.
It's kind of the colours in the bubbles inside it. So the outside's pearlescent and the inside's got white bubbles in it. So that's really awesome.
Those are really nice.
Nice dice. Cool. Like them. So we've also got the data cards, which is what we've come to expect from data cards. There we go. So we've got their loads of stuff there. But here's the new psychic powers from their new psychic discipline, Phantasmy. The Phantom would know. Phantasmic Oracle or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll have a look at these in the book rather than faffing around with them on the cards. Actually, no, we'll have a look at them on the cards now. Go on. You can see them there. So you can stop the camera if you want to have a look at any of these in depth. There you go. Down to shadows. Peel of Discord. Range 9 inches. Assault 2d6. Shard of Light. Shards of Light. Range 24, strength 3. Assault 3d6. Oh. Fog of Dreams. There you go. Laugh of Sorrows. There you go.
Mirror of Mind.
Mirror of Mind. Get my fingers out of the way though. And finally, the Veil of Tears. Which is the Primaris power. It's a blessing. There you go. So those look pretty good. So you get the usual extra cards that we've got there. Dance of Death cards. And then like recon demolitions, secure the objectives, all the usual kind of stuff. All there. But we've got any other discard packs. I still like these, they're still very useful. So Codex first, or we'll do the painting guide first, save the Codex for last. I think most people want to see the Codex, so we'll do that one last. So we've got Warriors of the Laughing God. Zoom out a little bit. This is the first time I've had a look at this actually. So I'll be doing one of the colour schemes that's in this book, so if anyone's got any suggestions, please tell me which one you think I should do. Oh, there's the Midnight Sorrow. This is the one I'd like. I like Midnight Sorrow. I do like them. So we've got loads of
Well, you want to paint purple,
pictures.
don't you?
I'd like to have a go.
Painting purple, yeah. Yeah, I like that colour. It's the only thing is the diamonds. That's what puts.
It would be challenging to do. Is that what's putting you off though?
Yeah.
Is that the solitaire?
That's the solitaire in black.
Actually. Yeah.
I like the silver mask on that actually.
Silver mask.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
Keep going, let's have a look. So there's those all Midnight Sorrow ones.
Yeah, looks like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's more of them.
there's Death Jester, which is coming out next week.
Mm-hmm.
And Shadow Seer, which was on the other page, which is coming out next week. So that's this altar in black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just move the camera just a little bit.
That looks more white than silver.
I think that is painted white, I just think the drawing looks silver. It's hard to draw white on a white page, you see.
Well, yeah, that's
So it might
true.
come off as a bit of silver. But the silver mask would be quite interesting.
Yeah, I thought that.
There's the vehicles with the diamonds on the front. I do like that.
Yeah, I hope it tells you how to do that.
Well, I suppose you have to draw them on first. That'd be the only logical way to do it. Okay. The Dreaming Shadow. Now, this is the other one I quite like the look of. These are the guys that fight the Necrons. The first lot were the guys that really hate chaos. These are the guys that keep an eye on the Necrons and see what they're up to. The thing I do like about these is, yes, it is very similar to the Dark Elder
That we've done.
And it would kind of go with them. And then the other thing is, our Elder are Eandon, however you say it.
Yeah.
The yellow ones.
They are, yeah.
So you've got yellow in there as well. You've got the Elder colours and the Dark Elder colours.
Yeah.
So this would make a very sort of good in-between, bridging.
Bridging them both, yeah, I suppose so.
And it wouldn't look odd with either.
True.
So, and I do like the colour scheme. It reminds me of Harlequin.
Harlequin from DC.
From DC Comics.
Yeah. That's cool.
And that does look awesome.
Okay. I like the red and...
That does look awesome.
Yeah.
I'm drawn towards that one. That's colour scheme as well.
So, let's see.
But like I said, it's nothing new to what I've painted, but it would work very well with the Elder we've got. So it's kind of a
consideration.
There's a Shadow Seer at the bottom, and there's the Death Jester in those colours. Actually, it does look very cool. He makes it cool.
Yeah.
He knows he does as well, you can tell by the look of it. I make this cool. It's like Batman.
Yeah. That doesn't really go to me. I saw it before and I thought, nah. I don't know what it is, whether it's just... I don't know. There's just something about it that's just wrong.
I suppose it's a yellow coat, it doesn't really work.
If it was red, it might work. Red and yellow. But then again, yellow tights, I don't know.
No.
No.
I think the Solitaire I'd paint as he is on the box anyway, no matter what I did with the rest of... I just like the idea of the purple Solitaire.
I like that.
Solitaire, I think from the lore, I think they're on their own kind of thing.
I think that's what's burning in my mind.
They move between masks anyway, so they might not even have the same colours as the mask they're with. They would be individual. So as long as I paint them in complementary colours. Oh, the Frozen Stars. I do like the black and white on this. I like the contrast. I'm not sold on the gold mask, though. No. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. For me, no.
It's a bit cold as well. Seems a bit cold.
I'm not saying anything.
What?
You think the fact they're called the Frozen Stars might be the reason why?
Yeah, but just saying, you look at colours and...
Yeah, it's a bit bland.
Yeah.
For my liking, but it's striking in one respect, because you've got black and white and they're always striking together. And then we've got like an off pinky red colour with it. Red would probably look better.
You've got blue there.
And blue. Actually, blue looks better. That blue looks really good. And then the Veiled Path. Green. See, that guy's still purple.
Yeah.
Even though he's with these guys who are green. The Veiled Path. They're very wood elfy colours.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that.
I quite like that sort of thing. Although it does look like my House Cadmus colours.
Different. Veil Walker in.
That's interesting.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's them all together. You see, the Death Jester looks good.
Oh, he does actually.
Green.
Then again, he looks good in anything. Especially,
he looks so good in anything.
That's basically, he just knows he's so cool. And anything, the kind of colours you put him in, you probably paint him in pink and he still look badass, you know. And pink, I don't care. I'm a Death Jester. Yeah.
Well, we've turned into Susanna and Trini.
Yeah, oh god. Shoot me now. Right. And this ends Pantheon. passes into the west. That does look cool. I do like this.
Yeah, that
See that on
colour.
the camera.
Purple and green.
Yeah.
Well, even if you
I could see it.
could possibly paint the whole thing purple and use green on it.
Yeah, I can see it. Actually, see better how they've done it there. You see the lines
Yeah,
between.
they've done the
And
lines.
that's good the way they've highlighted the corners.
Yeah.
Yes, that'll be something to try. No matter what colour scheme. Yeah, I do like the green. Do like it.
And there's the painting
And use
guide.
the painting guides for them.
Yeah.
So let's have a look through it.
We've got solitaire.
So Solitaire's painting guide, and that's in the first scheme. It does look pretty good in black. Gotta say. Gotta say, it looks good in black. Yeah.
We've got
The
shadow
shadow
seer
seer.
in the same colours.
In the same colours, yeah. So I imagine they'll do each one going
Each
through.
one going through in the
So this will be
different
how you
colours.
paint. You can apply, oh there you go, there's sort of to the diamonds on the leg
Yeah.
and stuff. You could use a pen for that.
It's like fishnets.
It does at that point, yeah. Or Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Okay. And Skyweaver, does that tell you to do the diamonds and stuff?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Let's have a
Yes, it does.
There you go. So it's just the same thing. You just draw the
Crisscross on.
crisscross on and then paint between. And paint little squares on top. Still challenging though. Gives you an idea how to do it, but it's still going to be pretty hard to get it straight. Use masking tape, I suppose,
Could do.
to make sure the lines are straight.
I don't know how you're going to make sure they're straight because it's beveled, so it'll never
That's
be
what I'm saying,
straight.
Masking tape do it, because masking tape stays straight, doesn't
That's
it?
true,
it'll
yeah.
That'll stay a straight line over, regardless. Is that a seagull again?
Yes.
Regardless of the way that it's beveled. So, obviously it'll be the same on the Star Weaver, I imagine. Did it tell you on this one too?
Yeah.
There you go. It shows you to the patterns on that. So this is good. This is a really
That's really good actually for
Yeah.
a lot of people that have probably never done that kind of
good.
thing
I've never
before.
done that
It's-
kind of thing before.
No, me neither, and that's
I've never
one
painted
thing that
diamonds.
scared me with them. But
That's one reason I never painted the old Harlequins, because I was always in two minds
Yeah.
of how to do it.
oh, now they've
So
come
there's
out
the
and-
troop colours.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like it. The purple one, it's just like an edging, really. And then little bits of purple here and there. It's not like an overpowering purple colour anywhere.
Death Jester.
The Death Jester.
This is just randomness Death Jester, it seems.
Don't he looks cool?
Black and purple with purple rim.
He looks cool.
It's not actually purple,
I'll have
it's
to get
pink.
one of them because they're badass. Screamer Pink.
Screamer pink, yeah.
That's what it is.
And Slanesh. Grey.
So the Dreaming
Green
Shadow. You see, that looks so cool.
It does look cool.
It does look cool.
We saw that in the
Crown
White
Rag,
Dwarf, didn't we?
Agrax,
And
Best to Go
Best
Flash. It's actually a different. Is it different? It is different, yeah.
Mm.
Because you used Takari Orange on
Yeah.
the Dark Elder. So it's slightly different. The greens are the same. And you got the yellow, which is a slightly different yellow from Eandon. It's Evil and Sunset, Consandora, and Stabby. But it's a very effective colour scheme. It looks good.
Yeah. We saw that a couple of weeks ago in White Dwarf, didn't
Yeah.
we? And we
I liked it, I
both
saw it.
commented then when we saw it.
I liked it. There's no diamonds on these, though, so there's no. In one way,
It's not faffy.
Yeah, it's not faffy.
But then again, there's not much of a challenge.
There's not as much of a challenge. Could always do diamonds on it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But then this two shaded hull looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And that's easy, really easy to achieve. One piece of masking tape up the middle if you any worries about that. You can buy that really thin masking tape from Amazon, which you use for like tanks and stuff.
Yes.
Like tank model kits. There's head to the platform on the back, head to the window on the front. Awesome.
Cool.
Yep. Keep looking.
Another Death Jester.
He does look very cool.
In different colours.
He does look very cool. I'll keep saying that every time I see him. I might just get a lot of Death Jesters, you know.
Paint one in every colour.
Yeah.
And Skyweaver again.
And Skyweaver. And again, we've got Necrons, and we're going to do the Method Dynasty, so these guys would like go off against something like. Here's the Frozen Stars. So again, black and white, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, nothing.
It's a very striking contrast.
It is, but also a bit, I don't know, boring in a way to me.
Well, fair enough. Yeah.
I like colours. I
don't dislike it totally. I just don't see me painting it.
No,
I wouldn't say anyone who painted their army in those colours. I think cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, every
it's
credit.
Quite an effective army.
Yeah.
But it's not really for me personally. It's all personal choice.
I think for the models, it's a bit of a shame to paint them that colour when there's so much colour in them. You can see the wanting colour.
Yeah,
on them.
by definition. Yeah.
So I have to do the solitaire and the like a purple.
It's very pink in that
it's
one.
very pink, yeah.
So what colours are you in? Demonite Hide and Watfing Grey and Slaanesh Grey.
Yeah.
So
very Slaanesh Fulgrim.
Yeah.
So
that's quite normal really. So.
Bit girly.
Bit girly. Coming from the girl here. I quite like pink.
Coming from the man here.
Apparently, yeah. Okay, so
bone colour.
Bone colour.
With black.
That's the least interesting version of the Death Jester I've seen. He still looks awesome because he's the Death Jester. But it's the least interesting because there's just black and bone and white. So
yeah, a bit.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Shadowseer again.
Right.
Yep. And there's a Star Weaver. 2-ton Star Weaver, black and white. I mean, I think black and white is a very effective colour, and like Black Templars that use it.
Yeah.
It looks really good on Space Marines, I think. Like you say, I think the Elder are crying. These Elder especially are crying out for more to go on them. Normal Elder might look pretty good, but
yeah,
So this is the Veiled Path we're up to now. So that's the guy from the Veiled Path. Obviously, there's no greens on him, even though it's a green coloured.
Yeah.
Thing. So that just proves the fact you can paint whatever colour you want the Solitaire, really, because he comes from a different mask. Just always like a complementary colour. He doesn't come from any mask, really. That's good. So this is him. Bit of yellow on the sash. I like the diamonds on the side. It's alright. And there's the Shadowseer. See, I didn't like this when I first saw it in White Dwarf, these colours, but they're growing on me quite quickly.
I think the greens are quite nice and they contrast well with the gold and the other diamond colours, the yellow and
forest
pink kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a pinky colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. There's Death Jester. Awesome.
No, that looks good. With the half-tone face mask.
Because I'm Death Jester.
You just want to put that on a little plaque underneath him.
Because I'm the Death Jester. Give him a little Batman mask over
Yeah.
Alright. So we've got our gold weapons. The gold looks better on the weapons than on the masks. Oh, the half and half does look good. Half gold, half white.
That's how you do it. Oh, there you go. That's what you were saying about the masking tape.
Oh, it's actually showing masking tape.
Yeah, it's actually showing masking tape on there. It looks like it's been sprayed.
Oh, they've sprayed it with what's done.
And then they've taken it off. So
if you're
you've got
spraying,
that.
masking tape's your best friend if you're spraying anything.
Yeah.
And you want different colours. But it'd be useful for getting straight lines whenever you paint.
Struggling to get the pages now.
The gold masks look better on them than on the Frozen Stars, but I'm still not sold on gold masks, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, don't look too bad. I suppose you could do them whatever colour you wanted. I mean, there's a bit of Runefang steel in there, I think, just on highlights.
Oh yeah, just to highlight it,
highlight it and stuff. So.
Yeah. It's all personal preference.
Of course it is.
They still look amazing. I'm not saying they don't look amazing. They all look amazing, but it's just personal preference.
Mm.
That looks really cool. The way they've done the diamonds on there.
Yeah.
With 3 different colours. Right. It's take forever. Right, and this is how you base them. So
Yeah.
pretty standard basing techniques there. See what colours they've used. Give them like dinge. Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And that's how they've done the weapons.
Yeah.
They're in gold.
And then you've got a nice picky.
Yep, nice picky.
And then the
And then we've got
catalogue.
some pictures at the end. So there we go. That's basically the painting guide. Now we've just got pictures which are from the website, stock pictures. So I still don't know which one. I like the veiled path that we've just seen more than I thought I would. I still like the dark colour with the purple highlight and the blue and red diamonds. That looks awesome.
Mm.
Yeah,
There's a few in there that I think we could probably
and then
pick
there's the
out.
dreaming one that I think would go most with the collection we've got. But then again, any of them could go with any of them. It's just tones and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But if anyone's got any suggestions, please leave a comment on the video to see if you think which one I should do from those. I'm probably going to do one of the ones from that book. So whichever one you think might look the best. If you've got any comments, please let me know. But let's move on to the Codex. What I've been waiting to get to. Now I did have a very brief look at this earlier, and I didn't get past the fluff because I was that intent on reading. So the fluff starts here with the Fall of the Elder, and you'll learn a little bit more about the Harlequins, not loads, then about the god Keroga, I don't know how you say it, like anything else. The Theatre of War. And then we get a nice picture of the galaxy with all the webways. We're having a good look at this while we're having breakfast.
Yeah.
And Terra is there with Mars. And the Eye of Terror is up here, which I thought was more... It looks like it's from a different angle than normal. And then there's the final act. That's a piece of very interesting story there. You won't be able to see that on the camera unless you can pause it. There you go. Hopefully you can get that. I can tell you briefly. It just basically says that the fate of the Elder isn't the fate they thought it might be. The Harlequins know there's another way out. That Slaanesh might not be the one to take the souls, and they might be able to trick Slaanesh into actually giving life back to the Elder.
Ooh.
That's what the Harlequins are up to. They're going to trick Slaanesh. Thanks to the god. Because there's this book in the Black Library that the god left behind. And over time, all these things have been happening over time. The seals on the book have been coming off. And now it's opened and they can read it, and there's a message from their god basically telling them of his plan.
Oh, right.
And it says like the different things, the different sort of things that have unlocked the book. Is a fallen sorcerer seeking the lore of the library. That'll be Araman. And it says a king stirs in his court of death and silence.
Necrons?
I would assume Necrons. That was my first assumption. A king stirs in his court of death and silence. I presume it's the silent, the Necron King.
Silent King.
Yeah, the Necron King. He's come back, hasn't he? So it could be that.
Could be.
But that could just be a veiled
cover. Yeah.
It could mean a different
else.
king. And the next king that comes to mind is the Emperor, because he's dead.
Yes. Oh.
And the Golden Throne's failing, isn't it?
It
so
is.
Do they actually mean the King of Death is the Emperor? And as he stirs, is he coming back because the Golden Throne's failing? I think that might be.
Is that a hint towards the end times for 40k?
I think it might be. I think it's definitely. I don't think they're going to do it this year, but I think it's something for the future. And I think that could be. Oh, it's definitely Necrons. Look at that, and it could be. Actually, we meant
the Emperor.
But it could be either. I mean, and the most obvious one would be Necrons, but you know me. And then within Madness's eye, the champion of the ruinous powers prepares to seize the realm long denied. I presume that's Abaddon.
Abaddon.
He's going to take Earth back. So, yeah, so we've got some nice lore in here. And then it goes into the masks, which has been in White Dwarf, right? But it gives you a little bit more detail. And how they're set up and the 3 troops, and just like it is in White Dwarf. So if you've seen White Dwarf, you'll know that a bit. And then we go into a bit, and this is about as far as I got when I could read. As far as I had time to read it, basically. So then it gives you a bit of the troop markings and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite handy for the painting. And some of that's been in White Dwarf already. It does look cool. I'm very tempted with that colour scheme. And we've got the Star Weavers again. We've got some nice pictures and a little bit of information. This is a bit like the Necron Codex, where we've got like art drawings and then descriptions going on. And then we've got different vehicle markings there. And the Sky Weavers and Shadow Seers and Death Jesters. I'll have a proper full review of this, and if I find anything I might do another quick video after I've read it all, and if there's anything interesting in that I can bring it up. If anyone's interested, let me know. And then we have the Midnight Sorrow, which is the first colour scheme that was in the book. That's them, the Enemies of Chaos. The Veiled Path, that's the other one. That's cool. And we've got the Frozen Stars. A bit about them, and then a bit about the other masks as well. And there's the Dreaming Shadow there. And all the symbols of the masks are included. Some interesting colour schemes there as well.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Reaper's Mirth.
Right. Well, there's these as well to have a look at after the ones in the painting
No,
guide.
well, no.
Just use the rules and stuff from the painting guide. There we go. The Zephyr Glaive, which is the thing I couldn't remember the name of last week. I kept calling, you know, Lance or Glaive or something. It's a Zephyr Glaive. And then the Starball Axe, which are useless. If they weren't one-use weapons, they'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You'd take the risk that you could scatter them onto yourself if you could use them more than once. I would anyway.
It's a case of look at this awesome weapon.
You can use it once, it might hit you. Okay, no thanks.
No.
And then we've got the history, a bit more about the fall here, and then all the way through. This could be quite interesting stuff.
The last laugh.
The last laugh.
Half.
Timeline continues. There we go. It's going to be a very good read, this. Some more pictures.
Well, I said to you, I'm reading it because I don't know much about the Harlequins myself.
There's the Dreaming Shadow.
Nice.
They look good.
They do.
I think that's pictures in the other book as well.
But they look good as well.
Oh, I can't pick. I have to roll dice. Oh, it's a 1, it's a reroll. Right, so cool. So there's plenty of pictures, plenty of stuff going on. This is the forces chart from Last White Dwarf as well, with the 3 troops, 2 fast attack, 1 heavy support, and 7 elites going on there. And we get the command benefits, the emissary of Karagarth. If you select the troop master from this attachment as your warlord, you can re-roll the result when rolling on the warlord table. So the troop master can be a warlord. I didn't know that. You got Ring of Crescendo. From the start of the second turn, all units in this attachment have the Fleet special rule and can run and charge in the same turn. There you go. Speed. Right. So Harlequin's Warrior list. So I want to see him before. We get Enigmas of the Black Library, which will be on page 93. So we'll go into them in a minute. But we've got Crescendo, Karagarth's Rose, the Mask of Secrets, a Laughing God's Eye, the Star Mist Raiment, even, and the Storied Sword. Fair enough. So those are the things we didn't know that they could have, but obviously, like Enigmas of the Black Library can be taken by the troop leaders. So that's been a White Dwarf. These are in this week's White Dwarf. If you want a chance to see them, here they are: the Death Jester and the Shadow Seer. There is the rules. Death is not enough. Look at that, and there's the Shadow Seer. So you can be upgraded to level 2 Psycho. You can have a Neuro Disruptor. I don't think the old guy just comes with a shrinking pistol, doesn't he? So next week, I'll one with a Neuro Disruptor. So I have 2 of them. That's the old metal one, if anyone was wondering. And the Solitaire, which was in the first White Dwarf, and it's got Sky Weavers, Star Weaver and Void Weaver from last week. So we've got formations. So Karagarth's Revenge, which is 3 troops, 3 Death Jesters, 3 Shadow Seers, 1 Solitaire, 2 units of Sky Weavers and 1 unit of Void Weaver. Okay. So we need 2 more Death Jesters and 2 more Shadow Seers. Let's have that. Now give us these abilities. You see on the Consummate Performance, you can reroll invulnerable saves of 1 in this formation. Emissary, as if you have selected a troop master from this formation as your Warlord, you can reroll the Warlord traits. We have Crescendo, and that's exactly what he said before. So, the only thing new in there is the Consummate Performance, which lets you reroll invulnerable saves. Quite useful. Serpent's Brood. So what does that give us? 3 troops, 2 units of Sky Weavers, 3 Star Weavers, and 1 unit of Void Weavers. Restrictions are the troops must be in the transports. Okay, and we get Emissary of Karagath. Select the troops, same again. So it's a reroll on the Warlord's traits and the Sky Stride.
Yep.
Troop from this formation can use its hit and run special rule to embark upon an occupied Star Weaver from this formation. As long as the distance rolled for the hit and run move is in inches is sufficient to allow all the models in the unit, including any characters, to have joined it to move within 2 inches of an unoccupied Star Weaver. You can immediately embark. Furthermore, if all models unit consolidate within 2 inches of an occupied Star Weaver in this formation, then they can immediately embark. So it basically gives you... You've got your hit and run ability, which you've got anyway, and then on top of that you can jump back onto your fly thing as well and get the hell out of there.
Always off.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Cast of players. 1 troop, 1 Death Jester, 1 Shadow Seer. So this is better for like if you're allying them with somebody else. So if you're Elder or your Dark Elder, your main force, or anyone else for that matter, and you just want a formation, these guys come with them. That's just 1 troop, 1 Death Jester, 1 Shadow Seer. And that gives them the Crusader ability and the Herald of the Laughing God, which is any models with the Elder or the Dark Elder faction, friend or foe, within 6 inches of 1 or more models from this formation have the Crusader special rule as well. The only restriction is they must all be deployed as 1 unit. It's not really a problem. And the Shadow Seer and Death Jester cannot leave the formation's troop. So they've just got to stay in a squad for the whole game, really. And then we got Karagath Jest, which is 1 troop, 1 unit of Sky Weavers and 1 unit of Void Weavers. So if you don't want the characters and you'd rather have the vehicles, new vehicles to add onto your existing Elder or Dark Elder army, for instance, you can just use this formation. It'll give you the Ring of Crescendo, which will make them increase after the first turn. So that's good. It's a nice speed boost, and if you don't want to use a massive Harlequin foe. The Hero's Path. That's 1 each of the new character. Well, 1 each of the characters. Models from this formation cannot join other units, nor can they be joined by characters. They get Infiltrate, Shrouded, and Stealth. So if you just want to add the new characters to any of your armies, that's the way to do it. Use that formation.
Cool.
And Claire's going to tell us what that says.
Follow Choose Blade.
There we go. That's 2 units of Sky Weavers and 1 unit of Void Weavers. That gives you the wings of...
Follow Chew.
If you decide to jink with a unit in this formation, you can reroll failed cover saves for that unit.
Use Follow Chew.
Might find out when we read the lore.
Pikachu's brother.
Could be. Could well be. So Harlequin's special rules, Warlord traits and levels of alliance. So that tells you what they can join alliance with. Dark Elder and Elder are Battle Brothers. The Imperium and the Tau are allies of convenience. Desperate allies of the Orcs. And everybody else is come the Apocalypse. And there's the Warlord trait table. So that's Luck of the Laughing God. What does that give us? Rerolls all to hit rolls of a 1. Shooting on close combat. And all saving throws of a 1. That's pretty cool. Fractal Stone. Your ward has a 4+ invulnerable save. That's alright as long as your ward isn't a solitaire. What have we got there? Foot in the future. Your warlord and his unit add 1 inch to the distance they can move whenever they move. This means they can move up to 7 inches in movement phase and can move 1 inch further whenever they run, charge, fall back, regroup, hit and run, consolidate, sweeping, advance, etc. We have the Hero's Call. You can add 4 to any of the roll to seize initiative. Alright, okay. Webway Walker. Before deployment, select D3 units in your Warlord's detachment. Each unit has one of the following special rules. Deep Strike, Infiltrate or Scout. Each unit may select a different special rule. That's quite cool. And Trick of the Light. Immediately after all forces have been deployed and all your scout redeployments have been made, you may remove this Warlord and up to D3 other friendly units from the Harlequin's faction within 12 inches of this Warlord from the table. Each unit that is removed can either be immediately redeployed using the normal deployment rules or placed in reserve. That basically just makes you trick your opponent, really.
You've got Twilight and Dark.
Yeah, so there's 3 Warlord tables on this bad boy. So I presume you get to choose.
Well, I assume so. Whether you... Would you have to say what kind of... You know, which
if you take a Death Jester or a Shadow Seer, you can roll D6 on one of the following Warlord tables. Or roll D3 on either the Light, Twilight or Dark Warlord tables to the right. Right, so if you use a Warlord table from 40k, you can do D6, but if you use any of these tables for the Death Jester or Shadow Seer, it's in your roll D3.
Right.
So if you want one of the first 3 rules, which you might, that's the easiest way to get them. If you want a Troop Master, you can basically roll on any table, or any of these tables normally as a D6. So Troop Master's probably your best choice for a leader if you want one of the later ones.
Yeah.
Although again, basing a strategy on Warlord table is not a great idea.
No.
Because you're not guaranteed to get it. But there's the light and dark.
Light,
the first
Twilight
3
and
are exactly the same on all tables. It's only the ones that come afterwards. Like Narrator of Ways.
Wars.
Can't see, I'm looking through the camera.
Narrator of Wars, The Steps of Mortal Transition, Dance of Infinite Mirrors.
There you go, I'm not going to read all these out.
And you've got Dance of Nightmares Made Flesh, Twisted Encore, and The Final Joke.
Sounds like a
I
Joker,
hope it
doesn't
was
it?
funny.
Sounds like something the Joker would do. What's that? Oh, that's pretty cool.
If you don't die laughing, you get killed.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
If your Warlord is removed as a casualty whilst fighting a challenge, both players roll off immediately. If you win, the result is a draw. Your war's opponent is also removed as a casualty.
Oh.
It's the Final Joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got the Weapons of the Masks, which is just the rules for the what we've seen already in White Dwarf. Nothing new there. Vehicle equipment. So we've got Hollow Fields and Mirage Lancers, which we've seen. Nothing new. And then we've got the Enigmas.
A Black Library.
So we've got the Storied Sword, which we skip the fluff and go straight to what it does. It's +1 strength, AP 3 million mastercrafted, so we're getting a reroll. It's a pretty nice sword. Crescendo is range 12, strength 4, AP 5, pistol, bladestorm and quickfire.
You've got Bladestorm there.
Yeah, which is the same rules for shurikens, and we've got quickfire. Model firing this weapon can fire a number of times equal to their attack's characteristic. Whoa. It's a nice pistol.
Yeah. The Mask of
Secrets. A model with a Mask of Secrets has the Fearless special rule. In addition, enemy models within 12 inches of the bearer are -2 leadership. Cool.
Karagag's Rose.
Karagag's Rose. Just move down a bit. There we go. Strength as a user, melee, mastercrafted, shred, and Kiss of Death. Kiss of Death is
when a model equipped with Karagag's Rose makes its close combat attacks, one of its attacks will be a Kiss of Death attack. Roll this attack separately. Kiss of Death attack is always resolved at strength 6, AP 2. If a 6 is rolled to wound with a Kiss of Death attack, that attack has the instant death special rule.
nice. Star Mist Raiment even.
Raiment.
A model with the Star Mist Raiment runs in the shooting phase. It has a 3+ invulnerable save until the next. Oh, right, cool. That's pretty cool. Useless to a Solitaire though. But anyone else might want that. Like a Troop Master could be useful. Well, if you can give it to like the Death Jester or something, that'd be pretty cool. The Laughing God's Eye. All friendly units in 12 inches of the model with the Laughing God's Eye have the Adamantium Will special rule. So yeah, some interesting enigmas there. I can see me using at least one of them.
Yeah.
But I'll have to go through and make an army list and decide what I want in there and what not. So here's the Phantasmancy discipline, which we went through at the beginning on the cards, so I won't go through it again. Tactical objectives, which were on the cards. I don't think I went through them though, but there they are. You can see that correctly. There you go. And that's it. So quite a nice little codex. Quite a few formations in there which you can use either as allies or as on their own. So I'll try and make an army of its own and see what that comes out as. I hope that's been helpful for anyone watching this, especially if you're in America and you've not got the books yet. I hear there's a postal strike.
Sorry, America.
Sorry, guys. I think it said on the Games Workshop site stuff won't be dispatched till the 7th of March.
Ooh.
I think it was because of dock work strike or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on, so don't quote me on any of that. It's all citation needed. But from reading some of the stuff on the internet, it's a bit unfortunate that there's been delays with people getting hold of the Harlequins. So you owe us people. Sorry, guys. I hope that's helped. Hope that's given you a little bit of an insight into what's coming. If you've got any questions, please ask in the comments. I'll see if I can answer them for you. But thanks for watching.
Yep. I
said there's another video going up today, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow if it takes too long, because it's quite late now. We've had quite a long morning today.
Yeah.
And this is quite a long video as well, so I've got to upload this.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's one coming up today with Harlequin, Star Weaver and Void Weaver. You'll see them both because we've got three kits. I'm going to make 2 Star Weavers and 1 Void Weaver at the moment. So I'll show you the 2 different kits there, and that's coming up on the next video. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yep. Take care.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.